Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a wing attack version of Charizard. This Pokemon is gonna be one of the best that you can use currently as a flyer, especially on the open meta of Great League, and we're gonna pair it together with Trevenant and Walrein. So we're gonna start off with Trevenant here doing a lot of work against the enemy, but they managed to catch the move on the Altaria, and to be honest, I'm just gonna stay in, over farm just a little bit more, and now Walrein will go in to start and do some solid work against the Altaria. At this point we can safely go here for the Icicle Spear and pressure for one more, but they will beat us to that CMP. Doesn't matter, we can fall down to the Sky Attack, and of course Charizard can go in and completely farm down right after. We're expecting the next Pokemon to return. It is gonna be the Drapion, so now we're gonna go here for the bait, the Dragon Claw. I am pretty sure they're gonna block, so I'm just gonna nuke them down now with the Blast Burn. Look at the damage, absolutely amazing. And now Primeape, which was a very bad lead against my Ghost typing, we're gonna be able to go ahead and use that Shadow Ball to finish it off with style, with the Overkill, and Shadow Ball will be more than enough to knock down that Pokemon. Into the next tournament we're facing a Trevenant up on the lead. This is looking pretty cool for us, and we're gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball. Most Trevenants do not shield the first one, and yes trainers, this trainer is not gonna shield either. So at the back lies the Noctowl. They want to take the Seed Bomb and then just go ahead and farm it down, but that is not gonna happen. We know better. They have now this Stunfisk, and we're gonna go here for the bait. The Dragon Claw is gonna take the shield, able to get almost a back-to-back charge attack. Are they gonna expect it? Down goes that whole HP out of that Stunfisk, and this is gonna be a pretty neat win because Charizard is no joke at all. You already saw how crazily good that Pokemon is. Into the next tournament we're facing a Skarmory upon the lead, actually on the switch, and they're having a Steel Wing version of their fast attack, so we're just gonna go ahead and pressure even more here with our Icicle Spears. Let's see how they can manage and take those Icicle Spears, because they definitely need to win this battle, but they are not gonna do that. So down they go. Now we have one more Icicle Spear for the next Pokemon, and we're gonna take the shield out of the Unova Stunfisk. Now we can go in safely with our Trevenant. At the back lies their own Trev, and here I am not gonna go for the Shadow Ball, but instead the Seed Bomb. I know they have to block, I know they cannot risk it, so now I will go in with my Charizard, block those moves for sure, doesn't matter at all whatever they throw. I'm just gonna block them and see how much damage I can deal with my Blast Burn, because I'm expecting the Stunfisk to return. I know they have some energy to spare, just gonna throw immediately, but they're just gonna overcharge to a double move, but doesn't matter at all, we can still get there to a Dragon Claw, and Shadow Charizard is gonna take this amazing victory against this enemy. Into the next one now against Olizo here, and we're facing a Scrafty upon the lead. Pretty bad lead. We have to stay in though, because Walrein still loses to that Pokemon. They managed to catch the Seed Bomb on the Skarmory. Crazy play here by the enemy, and that was pretty worth on the long term of the battle, but now we can go in with Walrein, which has a worse matchup than Trevenant does against that Scrafty. So I'm just gonna go in now with Walrein, protecting my Trevenant for the Scrafty. You never know what is gonna happen in the end, and of course now we can go with those Icicle Spears to finish off the Skarmory. I'm expecting that Scrafty to return to the battle and start farming down, but we still have some Icicle Spears to spare, and we're gonna take a shield in the process. This is looking pretty promising, so I'm just gonna go in with Charizard. We have the shield advantage, they got a Nidoquin at the back, and right now my Trevenant is gonna be pretty good against that Pokemon. And if you didn't know, well, Nidoquin got nerfed down this season with those Poison Fangs requiring more energy to be executed, so that makes a lot of sense as to why Nidoquin is not that meta relevant anymore. We will try to block here, because even the Poison Fang can hurt a lot a Glassymon like Shadow Charizard, and we can get there to the Dragon Claw pretty much on a very good pace. And now we just want to go ahead, use the Blast Burn, and finish off the Scrafty. Gonna block whatever they throw, because we're already there at the move, not gonna risk it, but we're gonna take the biscuit. So down they go, and we're gonna grab this amazing victory. Primeape into the next one, and I have seen a lot of Primeapes this start of the season. I don't know if people tend to use Primeape because they do not know about PvP, or if they know about PvP, because Primeape is gonna be a solid core breaker for the Trevenant and Walrein core, and of course has access to Ice Punch, since now with all those flyers around the meta, the Trevenants and the Walreins, you definitely need a core breaker, and that Primeape can help a lot. Not to mention that it has a very good matchup against that Stunfisk, which is always welcomed. So yeah, Primeape a pretty solid contender. Perhaps I'm gonna use it as well for my own purposes. Able to go here against that Noctowl with my Walrein, and Icicle Spear is gonna do a lot of work against the Pokemon. So we're just gonna go with double before they reach to their move, pressuring for that shield. They come in with a Primeape, at the back lies the Lantern, and we will try to go to the Earthquake. However, we cannot, and we have to land this Icicle Spear in return. They're gonna take it, so this is gonna be pretty bad news. They were also counting. We're looking at a pretty skillful trainer, but we managed to catch here the surf on our Trevenant, and this is pretty big news. I'm pretty sure they want to farm down here or just pressure even more and then throw. They do not want to get hit by a seed bomb at all. But what I want to do is to go ahead, reach the double Dragon Claw and throw that energy. The good news here is that they run Water Gun, so they cannot get to the double surf so easy, and we're just gonna outspeed to the double Dragon Claw with kinda ease, and Shadow Charizard will emerge victorious. Into the next one now with the Azumarill up on the lead, and we're facing a very good opponent, so we will try to go here for that Seed Bomb, and those Ice Beams need to be blocked as well. They're gonna block the move, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play your game. Since you want to block, I'm gonna block as well, so let's see how this can turn around. Here comes the Bastiodon, and Bastiodon is a Pokemon that I do not want to see at all with my line. My only answer to that one is gonna be Trevenant, so I'm kinda happy to see this Pokemon switching into my Trevenant here. So we'll try to go now for the Shadow Ball, but instead I misclick and I drop in there my Walrein. That was not intended at all, but it happened. But hopefully we can reach to that Earthquake, and now we have stored up a lot of energy for our Trevenant. Good news here is that they go in with that Medicham, but the bad news is that they still have that shield. So able to go ahead and use my Blast Burn to obliterate that Medi. Instead they managed to block. Things are kinda good for me right now. Then we go to that Psychic, and we have to land now the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is not gonna connect for big damage, but I want to farm down right after. They switch out to the Azumarill, we have to go for the Seed Bomb, and one more right after. No reason at all to spend more HP on that matchup, and we will try to farm down. We barely can, those counters are double resisted, and we're gonna hold on to those bad IVs that I have. And as we're getting into the next one, just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because as you're seeing, we're having a lot of action here with a different team every single day, and I'm showcasing my best 5 teams whenever that rotation happens. So with your support, I can make it to those videos much faster, much more positively, and yeah, your support can help this channel grow even more if you manage to hit that subscribe button and that like before you leave that video. So now let's return into the commentary here, because we're having a Mandibuzz on the Switch, and this is looking pretty promising for us. We're just gonna go here for those Icicle Spears, and they're gonna connect for super effective damage. We're expecting the Azumarill to return, so we have to go for the Earthquake as soon as possible before they finish us off with a potential play rough. So they managed to get a lot of energy out of us, and I'm just gonna take the move here. I have no reason at all to block. Down we go, and then go in with the Trevenant. Get to that Seed Bomb, because I'm seeing that they need definitely at least one more bubble, and one more Seed Bomb right after, able to finish off the Azumarill. What is there at the back? Of course it is gonna be the Stunfisk, and at this point I'm pretty sure I can take the move, reach to a Blast Burn with my Shadow Charizard, and completely finish off this Stunfisk. So look at that, trainers. Charizard putting all that damage output on the enemy, and of course getting some really nice and crucial wins. Into the next one now against that Bastiodon up on the lead. Not looking that great, but still I want that Bastiodon on my Trevenant no matter what. The other two Pokemons do not like my odds here, and I try not to tap once again on that Walrein, because the other time that I brought Walrein in against the Bastiodon, well, that was a mistake for sure. I'm just gonna go here for another Shadow Ball. Are they gonna block it once again? This is gonna be extremely weird to observe, and they are. So now I go ahead and switch into my Walrein. This time it was intended. and that brought me that really weird feeling that whatever is happening at the back there, well, my Shadow Charizard can definitely handle it off, especially now that this Bastiodon is almost out of the way, severely hurt, and we can simply destroy it down with a pure Blast Burn if we manage to get there. So we can still go ahead and use my Shadow Ball here, able to deliver some hard hitting damage against the Bastiodon, still not enough to finish it off, and all I want to do here is to reach the Dragon Claw as soon as possible. They get to the Flash Cannon trainers, that was not expected at all, still blocked it though, no reason at all to risk there, and they have the Azumarill at the back. This is a bummer. If there was something like a grass type, well, that would have easily been a win, but instead it is gonna be that Azumarill, and we're gonna get that loss because of that really bad team alignment. Speaking of bad team alignments, another bad lead against the Altaria this time, and we have to stay in here because our Charizard can still struggle against that Altaria, and because they steal the first one, I'm always like, you know what, I'm just gonna safe switch my Shadow Charizard in there, and this is one of the few reasons and the few scenarios that I decide to use Charizard as my safe switch. Most of the times it is gonna be Walrein, but Shadow Charizard here really needs to get some action, and because they are shieldless, I'm pretty sure I can nuke down the next Pokemon, which is gonna be the Medicham. The heavy Medi doesn't even get to the move, and we can still finish off Altaria with that Dragon Claw damage. Look at that trainers, able to farm down the remaining HP with my Walrein, and this is pretty crucial because now we can definitely outspeed to that Zap Cannon with our Earthquake, and we're gonna connect our big nuke for big damage against the Metal Trash Can, which is gonna take out our Walrein. Trevenant comes in, but at this point doesn't matter at all. We can still survive the move and completely destroy down that Registeel. Look at that trainers, Shadow Ball is gonna connect, and Shadow Ball is gonna take out the Registeel out of existence. Into the final one, trainers, against a Trevenant, up on the lead. This is gonna be the mirror, and are we gonna go for the bait, or are we gonna stick to the plan and go for straight Shadow Ball? This is gonna be, I don't remember, okay, but that was definitely a seed bomb, so I'm just gonna stay in, and let's see how they respond. I go for the very late seed bomb. That was not played well, but still they took that, so now I have one more seed bomb for the next Pokemon, which is gonna be the Talonflame. We both have our shields up, and Talonflame has a lot of energy to spare here, so by blocking this move I guarantee that I can bring it to a nice chunk of HP with my Icicle Spear, but instead they managed to catch on the Hariyama. Are you kidding me? We have to throw now the Dragon Claw. Let's see if they take it. Down goes Hariyama, and now Talonflame will return into the battle. All I need to do here is to not go for the move, but instead I do, because I could have easily farmed down, and right now I'm just gonna block the move, get two-shotted from this Talonflame, but still with this amount of HP, just the Powder Snow will do all the work. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. I almost slammed my arm here on my desk for no reason at all. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and please consider joining as a member, as you can support me even more with my efforts on this channel to deliver quality content for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.